What's up, everybody? This is Coach MJ, and I want to welcome you to another author interview with one of the amazing authors of the recently published, soon to be launched book, Breaking Through Startup Stories from Trailblazing Black Women Entrepreneurs. What'd you say? You haven't heard about the book? Oh, get into it. This book is going to change your life, whether you are an aspiring entrepreneur, whether you man or woman, whether you black or non-black, and you might not even be aspiring to be an entrepreneur. You're just looking to break through in your life. This book is for you. 9 amazing women, one of which is myself and one of which you're going to be talking to here in just a moment, helped to co-author this book. And I'm going to be telling you at the end, after we talk with one of the authors, how you can get your copy and how you can join us for our book launch celebration. But without further ado, I'm going to bring to the stage my friend, Chajuana R. Mays, otherwise known as Miss Queen Rip Royalty, Queen of Consistency, Chajuana R. Mays. What's up,
And, oh my gosh, I'm here again.
I love it. We feel like we're on this stage all the time. We just talked a couple weeks ago about entrepreneurship and branding. So now we're going to be talking about our book. So the first thing I want to ask you is, what inspired you to share your story in the book that we put together?
You know what? Because it's like I just needed to. I needed to have it on paper.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, simply because, I talk about it a lot on social media. I talk about it in little spurts to people here and there. And finally, it just gave me a platform to just lay it all out so that people can have all the information right there in one specific place and really kind of really get to understand why I am here in this space now, because I done broke through, y'all.
Them broke through. What she's not telling you, and what all the authors will probably tell you, is that I hounded them a little bit in the text. I'm putting together a book. You want to be in it? Most of them want to say no, but they did not say no. And so her chapter, I'll tell you guys, when you get your copy, her book, her chapter gonna have you laughing. As I was editing it, I was in hysterics. She's so funny. And what I love about the book is that they wrote the book the way they talk. So it's going to sound like you're listening to her talk in real life. So without giving away too much about this great chapter you wrote, what is one key moment or lesson from your chapter that you hope resonates with your reader? Do you even remember what you wrote?
I don't even remember, but
I don't know what I wrote.
Listen, let me tell you what has happened between the last time I edited that and today.
Life. Right. I don't know what I wrote.
But I'm gonna get my copy and I'm gonna read the whole book. And then I'm gonna remember. But I don't know. Some just really being in this space of I'm just excited that I am someone in this space in my life now who just even if I have moments of fear and doubt when someone comes to me and asks me to do something new and different, like now, even when I have moments of like fear and doubt, I'm like, oh my gosh, and I start to question things. If it aligns with what I am doing, my passion or my purpose, that's what I figure out first. If it does that, then I'm like, yes, I don't know what it's going to look like. My one main thought is I'm just going to see how this goes, and it takes the pressure off of me.
Yeah. I mean, you did something outside of your comfort zone yesterday. You did a live webinar for the first time. Well, it's so funny to hear you talking about how you were like, oh, this is something new. Because I see you on your stories every day. Yesterday, I was going to send you a message. There was only 5 stories. I was like, hold up. Where it's supposed to be 12 things.
Don't play with me.
It's only 5. Where's the rest of them? But you're used to being on camera, but it was different showing up.
Yeah.
Webinar, there's people on the computer and you're there. So, stretching outside your comfort zone. Well, what is a challenge that you have faced as an entrepreneur that has shaped you into who you are today?
Well, you know what? It's actually something that I write in the book. The challenge is me just thinking that if I announce that I start my business, and I tell you that I know A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, and
They
I
just
can
gonna
help
flood
you.
in the door.
And they just gonna flock like,
We still waiting on the flock. They're not there yet.
but what I do know is
Yeah.
that when someone is in the process of decision making, they're going to use the same process of decision making they've been using forever, right? If they
Absolutely.
don't have someone that can come in and walk them through the process of decision making, they have that same mindset, and it's going to until they can actually change their mindset or have someone help them change their mindset, they're always going to be resistant
Right
to,
back.
to that change, no matter if they want it, because they're still using the same mindset that they continuously had, that they're practiced at
Yeah.
using for years and years and years and years and
Yeah.
years.
Mhm.
So even if they want to, like, man, I want to, and they don't reach out, they're going to stay with that same mindset. So they're going to stay exactly where they're at.
Right. I mean, we just experienced Quitters Friday or Quitters Day, which was, I think, the second Friday in January when everybody with the New Year's resolutions drops off because they
Oh,
didn't have a new, that's just a nickname they give it,
oh, I didn't
It's when
know.
the, it's when the gym starts thinning out again. I don't know if
Yeah.
did you ever go to a gym? Did you ever used
I
to go to a
don't,
gym?
but I know exactly what you're talking about because I used to a long time ago.
Tons of people on
Mhm.
and I used to be one of the people like, here they come. The classes are gonna be full. When I was going to the Y, they're gonna
Okay.
be full for a week or two. And I was petty, like I wouldn't say nothing to them, but it's like,
Yeah.
but then they'll be gone within 2 weeks. And so
Yeah.
because they don't have a new way of thinking, they're thinking
Yeah.
I want it, I want to lose weight, or I want to save money. But they same mentality. So that's what you actually help with. Now
Yeah.
let me ask you this. Did writing your chapter in this book reveal anything new about yourself or your journey that you didn't actually know?
Nothing that I didn't actually know. I think because I'm much more practiced at this life now,
Oh,
that I
good.
know, I do know more about me than I've ever known before. So I know how I operate in spaces where I am diving into
Okay.
something new and different.
Yes.
So I can hear my brain like fight me on the discomfort. I can
Yeah.
hear it. So I'm so much more practiced at it, which I think it's a fun game for me.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
might think I'm crazy, but it's a fun game for me to
What's
watch
that?
my brain go crazy or listen to my brain go crazy when I
Okay.
am doing something new and different,
Yeah.
right? Because I can
Oh, what
hear
are we
my
doing? Oh,
yes,
no, no, no.
yes, I can hear my thoughts, and I'm just like, this is so fun. It's like because I know how to redirect my own thoughts. Like this is the work that I do, and this is the work that I help people do so that they can follow through. So it's so fun for me to actually be so highly aware of that. And
Mhm.
I'm like, this ain't gonna stop me. I hear it. I hear my brain like putting up a fight, but it's not going to stop me. So it's not something that I,
That's the ticket right there, what you just said.
yeah,
People think that they have to go with the thoughts. It's like you're in charge of your brain. You
yeah,
can't stop a thought from running across there, but you don't have to let it stop and take up root and have control.
yeah.
You can say, I'm afraid, I'm still gonna do it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and you
I
you
don't know.
you and you don't have to believe that thought either. You can be like, okay, I hear you, but it's
I'm
not
not
true.
afraid. Just
It's just an opinion.
That's an opinion. And here's what's so wonderful. And I heard this recently said on some podcast. They were talking about how fear and excitement feel the same emotionally. That's why a lot of people's like, I'm afraid, but I'm also excited about
Like,
whatever
yeah,
it is.
okay, I can
I'm
see that.
nervous about this date, but I'm also excited to meet him. And so you can reframe fear as you
Hmm.
just talk about the excitement. I'm excited to do this thing. I'm excited to get on this roller coaster. I don't like roller coasters. I'm also afraid, but I'm not gonna focus on the fear that'll stop me. Let me
Right.
go and look at it as excitement because it feels the same. You got maybe your heart's fluttering or your stomach is doing something.
Hmm.
So I love that work. One of these days, I had to have a mind to sign up and come to your thing last night. I was like, I don't want to be one of them last minute people to just jump in. But so
You
if
could
you
have been.
I'm going to get in on one of these. So if you could go back and give advice to your younger self, because really the book is not just about people necessarily your age or my age that are in this stage of life maybe want to be entrepreneurs, but maybe a younger person. What would you tell your younger self? Because I see pictures of you when you were younger. I didn't know you then, but it's like
Mhm.
I know it's you because I see the face, but I'm like, it even in a picture, it just seems like a different person. It's like that's Chajuana, but that is my Chajuana. I didn't know that's Chajuana.
Oh my gosh. Let me tell you, Mel, I was literally just thinking about that type of kind of along the same lines in my brain today about my life. I
Yeah.
was like, man, people like they just be like, who she thinks she is now? I know this is the story.
Especially people that knew you back then and have seen the evolution.
Yes.
Oh,
And the people that actually meet me, and there is a mix of ooh, she just was strong with it, or she's confident, like, or
okay.
whatever.
Absolutely.
But it's really strong,
Yeah.
and I'm like, man, these people don't know
It
like
wasn't how
what
you
I
were
had to
before.
fight through to get here, and I
Yeah.
will not relinquish my throne. I will
Yeah.
not do it for anybody because that was a
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah. Yes.
So
I would.
I'm just like, yo, you either take it or leave it at this point. Like,
So do
it
you
doesn't
feel
matter to
like
me.
so if when you were, let's say 15, 20, would you have believed you could be who you are now back then? If you said in the future you'll be like that, you would have probably been like, I ain't gonna be like that. Here's a question. What would your younger self have thought about a woman like you if you had met somebody like you are now back then? Would you have looked up to her? Would you have
Yeah,
been like, who she thinks she is? You wouldn't have.
I would have been like, I wish I
Okay.
could have half of what she has.
That's
Right.
why you got it. That's why you're there now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And I celebrate her. Like, I have my pictures of my younger self up here,
That's
like
amazing.
in front of me on purpose.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, I got you, girl. Like, so again, no one else, I don't care whatever you have to say, it doesn't matter. Like, I know my fight.
Yeah.
Right. And so yeah, I keep this in my face for a reason. I keep
Yeah.
me and my younger self in my face for a reason because I will not allow anybody to bump me
Not
off my
gonna happen.
throne, my personal throne. This is my revolution, and it's
Listen,
mine.
the revolution is being televised right
That's
now. Listen, and I think we often evolve to become the person, at least in my life, the person I needed as a young person. I
mhm,
didn't have a mentor growing up. I had a couple people I kind of looked up to, but there was no, I didn't hear about mentorship and things like that as a kid. I mean, it just wasn't, it existed. It just wasn't for me. And I
mhm,
didn't have a mentor. I didn't have those things. I think that's what led me to always be wanting to help somebody, coaching, mentorship,
mhm,
always, doing the things I do because that was some kind of a gap. I may not have even been aware of it back then. I didn't know, oh man, I really
right.
need blah, blah, blah. But as an adult, I'm helping that young girl to thrive, even though she's in there somewhere.
Heck
So
yeah.
why do you, as we begin to wrap up, because we could talk all day, Chad. I gotta get Latasha on here next. Why do you think it's important for people to, you know what? I didn't even show the people the book. But why do you think it's important for people to pre-order the book and to attend the launch event? And let me get the book real quick.
Well, pre-order the book so you can get you a sign. You can have a signed copy and attend the launch event so you can get it signed. But also, I think it's just so inspiring to know that this will be around forever,
Yeah,
right? And this can be around forever, but also you can do this too. Like, we
yes,
are not special people. We are, I mean, to that degree, but in our own right, we are special. We believe we are, but we are not. Everybody's completely capable of creating. Like, everything in this world was created, everything was created from a thought. So
yeah,
everybody is completely capable of creating. We are nothing special. We just decided to do it and move forward and make it happen.
that's it. The
Yeah.
decision, literally, and that every time I pick this book up, it's a thrill I've never known because I've never written a book like this. I've written ebooks and stuff, but I've never written a book and had it, actually printed. And it's like this was just a thought in September. When I reached out to you to ask you to be in this book, that's when I first came up with the idea. It was in
Yeah.
September of 2024. And now the fruit of it is here. And it's
I
just like
know, honey.
I
I
thought it,
know.
I pictured it. I didn't know what the cover was going to. I pictured a book. And
Yeah.
here it is. Like, in each of you, I know some of you, some of our authors have been in other books, have their own books. Some have never written. But each of you is like it came together. Even though when I first
Yeah.
y'all was probably like, MJ, I ain't got time for none of your shenanigans. But here we are. This is so amazing. So we're gonna get out of here so I can get ready for my next author interview. But thank you so much, Chajuana, for sharing, guys. Her website is there on the screen, royalrenewal.info. Go out there and check out what she's doing with Ripped Royal Wellness. It's a mouthful. Ripped Royal
Royalty.
Wellness.
Royalty,
Oh,
baby.
I'm not even saying it right. Ripped Royalty. Well, I'm sitting there reading it wrong, Jesus. Go
Okay.
to our website. I'm gonna put you on backstage and close down. Guys, listen, breaking through startup stories from trailblazing Black women entrepreneurs. You do not want to, there's 200 pages here. 200 pages of goodness. Even if you don't think this is your topic, buy one to support Black, to support small, to support somebody you know, and give it to them. They make great gifts for aspiring entrepreneurs. It is a read that even a teenager or an adolescent can read. Someone older, it doesn't matter. Get the book, even if you're not a woman. It's not woman specific. If you're a man, you want the book, just get the book. You can go to melaniehunter.com/breaking through to pre-order your copy. You can also go to that website to RSVP for our book launch event, which will be on Sunday, January 26th. We will have an in-person event in Jeffersonville, Indiana, and we will also be live streaming parts of it across the internet, but you need to register so that you can get the link to where we will be live streaming. So again, melaniehunter.com/breaking through is where you can pre-order the book and where you can RSVP for the event. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm actually going to be back here very soon today with another author interview. So you're going to get back-to-back goodness today. So until then, take care and keep on breaking through. We need to come up with a theme song for that.